Good morning, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
I think we had an exceptional episode last week.
It was, as everyone pointed out on
Yeah.
Patreon, and I'm sure everyone that ever watched the episode ever, that was Darcy Carden as a rock
Flexing.
star.
Yeah, just going so hard.
I was thinking about it through the week. It's not just that she had to play all the different characters, play off of herself,
Yeah.
play them so well, but just the logistics of the shooting schedule, what that must have been. Like, say they spent a week and a half shooting an episode, right? Because this show isn't long,
It's quick
in terms of the seasons.
Yeah. TV in general.
Right. Well, I mean, some are 24 episodes. This is only like 13. So this isn't a long shooting schedule. So for episodes, say they got a week and a half, she had to be on set every time they were shooting, like for
By
almost every
herself.
scene. Right. Well,
Acting against
acting against a green
nothing,
screen.
really.
Right. Yeah. Acting against a person in a green screen suit. But yeah, she really had to bring it, and I'm sure she didn't get a lot of sleep during that shoot.
I can't believe she's not like headlining movies.
Yeah, she
You know what I
should
mean?
be.
Like, why is she not a star? Like, why is she not a film star? Like,
And I don't know what she's done since this. I know Barry, she was on, but she was off Barry. Like, she wasn't on Barry the last season.
I think she was. I think she was in because we only watched season 2.
I finished it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, she's not on the end.
Oh,
At all.
that's disappointing.
Right. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have made sense for it.
Oh, well, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish
the show transitions to where
Gotcha.
it wouldn't have made sense for it. It leaves LA.
Sure.
So there's no reason for her to have continued to stay on the show.
Dang, I don't watch Barry.
Yeah.
But no, back to Darcy. Yeah, I was blown away by her performance. I want to continue to see her do more.
Sure.
Outside of this, same with all the actors. All the
Right.
actors are phenomenal. Obviously, we've seen Chidi pop up in some things, and Kristen Bell is Kristen Bell. So
Yeah. No, everyone's great. It was nice. It was also incredibly creative to have Chidi and Eleanor's big love reveal to actually be Darcy Carden playing both roles instead of them even doing it. It was great.
it was weirdly effective. It was great.
Worked really well and completely non-conventional, which is one of the things
Yes.
you love about this show.
Yes.
Do you want to go and jump into it, guys? But before we do, I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. We'd like to give a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balas Fuldez, Chris, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Surya Gundavarapu, and Weird Magic. Thanks so much, guys. We're glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you don't hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below our Patreon page. On every show we're watching, including The Good Place, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So if you get done watching this, would like to keep going, excuse me, you can do that over on our Patreon page. You will have to sneak and watch along on your own source material. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. We are also watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. All right.
Are we sure we're in the actual good place? It's rather carpeted.
Definitely some
don't
part
ask,
of the
yeah.
good place. Just take a deep breath.
Whoa. That smells like Typhoon Falls.
The good place smells like whatever makes you happiest.
Warm pretzels.
Here's our cover story. I'm an accountant. You are a neutral Janet. And you four won a contest. Main thing I've learned about the good place is that they never break the rules. No way to guarantee they wouldn't send you right down to the bad place.
He
Well,
hit his
geez
head.
Louise, I'm sure glad you're okay. My name's Gwendolyn. Welcome to the good place. Though the only door for humans is the official entrance, which is 500 trillion miles north-south-north of here.
This anymore, man. All the running and hiding and fighting and this whole insane journey and 4 Oreos from heaven.
I know. It's
Never
an
thought about that.
insane
Yeah.
situation.
Pick it up and it connects you to whomever you want, but you can't use it.
Of course not.
God. She's crushing this.
Yeah, she is.
My name is Michael. I'm an accountant. I need
Oh
to
my
speak with
God.
the committee immediately on the top floor of the correspondence center.
This is going all so well.
It is, yeah. They're all kind of crushing this.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should tell Janet what you saw and start a dialogue about your feelings.
And I accidentally saw that video thing about how you love me.
You saw that? That's so embarrassing. I don't want to talk about this. You guys were in my void, and it was exhausting, and I almost blew up, and I have to be neutral, and neutral Janets don't have feelings.
Be clear, be confident, and don't let them intimidate you. In a nutshell, I believe that the bad place has somehow infiltrated the accounting department.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to jimmy the lock, but everything I stick in here
You're trying to
just turns
jimmy
to
the lock to
glare.
heaven.
We're in love. Compared to some of the other stuff that's happened to us, it could be worse. Why not have our first date 4 Oreos away from paradise?
The only explanation is that the bad place has somehow rigged the system.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Tahani and I met in brain school, and then we got married because nothing mattered.
I encouraged Jason to come clean about what we saw.
You saw that too?
No.
This is my kind of scrappy fun. Sneaking around with a boy, trying not to get caught. I can't believe I'm attracted to you.
You are, though. I'm not worried about that anymore. You blew it when you admitted it to me.
Holy forking fork.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm crying because I'm miserable and it's all your fault.
Why, do you not like the outfit?
I love the outfit. You look amazing and this sucks.
No, she cannot process her emotions.
No, she cannot.
We are going to form an elite investigative team to get to the bottom of this. And we are fast-tracking the process. It will take no more than 400 years.
There you go. Long time.
That's so many generations that are going to die.
I know.
400 years just to form the team? I was thinking that we could do something nowish, like right now.
Michael, we have rules.
Wow.
So they're not going to do anything.
No.
Yeah.
The whole time you're doing this, the bad guys are continuing to torture everyone.
I made up a death did us part certificate, explaining that since Jason and I are dead, we are officially no longer fake married.
There is only one time that is important. Now. It is the only time when we have any power.
I know that quote.
Michael, how did it go? Is the committee going to help us?
The committee's a bunch of ineffectual dorks in fleece vests. The bad place has to be tampering with the system. There's no other explanation.
I want to see how.
It's a bad system is the answer.
Yeah.
It's not tampering.
Every time I do something nice, it backfires. There are so many unintended consequences
probably
to
right.
well-intentioned actions.
I've only been looking at one duck, but there's millions of ducks in here. Because every day the world gets a little more complicated, and being a good person gets a little harder.
I'm very sorry I meddled. Truly, I was only trying to help because I want you two to be happy. And because, well, I love you.
Yes, she does.
Two humans and a neutral Janet crying? In the good place? I've never been suspicious of anyone, but I think that's about to change. Oh, gosh darn it! I have no choice. I have to turn you into the judge.
Don't bother. I already did. Interdimensional hole of pancakes is the most dangerous place in the universe.
Then why are we going?
To save humanity.
Great.
I don't know who that actress is, but she killed it.
Yeah, I don't either.
She stole this episode. And that is an actual IHOP.
It'd be great.
It'd be awesome.
IHOP would have to agree, of course, and there'd be some product placement money involved.
You know, it's weird. They showed up in Man of Steel. They had a fight in an actual IHOP. If they're gonna do,
It's been so long since I've seen it.
If they're gonna do Zack Snyder, they could do The Good Place.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm glad, because I felt building up to this, it's like we're going to figure out that the bad place isn't doing anything to rig the point system. The system itself is broken, right? I feel like that's always what we were heading to. I love the fact that we got there relatively quickly.
Time has changed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fantastic idea. Look, yes, we knew for a while now that the point system was jacked up.
Yeah.
I never considered it because times
the world's
right?
just a different place. Yeah, it's a darker place.
And obviously the good place or the bad place knows that.
Right.
I want to see that revelation where Sean's like, we've
been taking advantage of this forever.
I want to see that. I thought we were gonna get more Sean this season because he's obviously in pursuit. You know,
Sure.
It's probably better if they used him sparingly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's just kind of a part-time foe.
Sure.
Really,
part-time foe.
he's not the main antagonist of the show.
Put that in Twitter bio.
Right.
Part-time foe.
Yeah, he's not the antagonist of the show. Really,
not really. Maybe it's because I don't know. They're so ridiculous and off the wall. I love seeing Trevor.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I doubt we'll ever see Trevor again. Once he got flicked into the void, I feel like that's kind of it for Trevor. Yeah.
Honestly, maybe we have one season left. Maybe they can find a way to bring him back. I don't know. But this does feel like we're ending the show, even though we have one season left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very curious to see what happens leading into season 4. What does season 4 look like? You know,
right? There's going to have to be some type of reckoning, and of course, with this show, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a steady stream of narrative to get there. Yeah. But at some point, there's going to be a reckoning where everyone involved in the whole system has to figure out, understand that it's a broken, flawed system. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm assuming it's the end of the show, but there's going to be so many changes and ups and downs and twists and turns to get there because of this is the show that it is, right?
Yeah.
We had one episode in The Good Place. Now we're back off to the Judge. That there's no way of consistently knowing where we're going to go to what our path is going to be to get where we need to go.
What I love about this show too is that, like in most shows, you have a straight line to A, B, C.
Right.
This show is just all over.
Right, there's nothing consistent. Yeah.
If this was any other show and this was doing this path, it would just be so annoying. But this show is amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. It's part of the show. Like you're supposed to be all. It's so scatterbrained. I love it, and it's.
I wish more shows would do it. I don't think
It depends.
I don't think other shows would be annoying. I think it'd be great if the predictable linear narrative got shaken up a little bit to where the show gets blown. We've seen other shows that have gotten blown up through the course of the show. It's usually exactly. It's usually at the end of the season, right, or going into a season premiere. You're watching Game of Thrones. That show gets blown up all the time.
Oh my god! I just finished it last night.
The first season.
Yeah.
So I mean, it gets blown up. It just depends on the quality of the writing, right? I mean, a good show with the right kind of writing, it doesn't have to be stuck in a predictable linear narrative, right? That doesn't give itself, the potential to surprise you.
Sure, and you're right in the sense that, like, I'm a fan of shows blowing things up. I just mean in terms of like, this show is not A, B, and C. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the journeys that we go on the show. Each season is so distinct.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's like, a lot of folks on Patreon have said like season 3 is not their favorite season. I like that it's more. It's a slower season. It gives you time to breathe. It gives you time to think about things. I like that. I loved every episode of the season so far.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
I would agree. It's more about the character arcs than it is kind of about the plot this season.
Sure.
Whereas it's a very plot heavy show.
We spent
the first couple seasons, right? I don't have a problem with it, but I do think that that's going to change in season 4.
Of course.
So we kind of get back to, all right, now we're actually getting to the end of the narrative. Now we're going to start figuring out, beyond like what the broad messaging of our characters is and what their growth is, what the bigger ideas are in terms of what constitutes a good and bad person. They'll probably get some type of resolution at the end of the show.
And I'm game for whatever. This show can do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
And I'm good for it.
Absolutely. All right, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.